Welcome to this third video on successful job applications, where we'll be looking more specifically at the job ad itself and try to analyze to get the most out of those job ads. First of all, when we look at job ads, there are a couple of questions that we need to ask ourselves. Is this a real job ad, or is it just an job ad? The difference is that in many publications that are read by many people looking for jobs, that this is of course a prime channel, prime medium for promoting your own company, and that's why sometimes major companies use job advertisements to just make advertisements for the company itself, and that there are dummy jobs offered, so jobs that really do not exist, or that are just generic in function, just to attract. So perhaps those are not the most interesting to react to. Next to those fake job ads, it's interesting to know whether the job that is offered is a completely new job, or you need to fill the place of somebody that left. And then of course it's interesting to know, why did that person leave? And the third main question is of course trying to find out what the typical assignments are, because many of these jobs will have very nice sounding job titles. I mean, if you just browse, how many junior executives can you find in young and dynamic companies? What does that mean, junior? How many layers are there in the company hierarchy, etc.? It's these kind of things that we'll try to find out when looking at the job ads. Now, let's take a look at one specific job ad to try. First exercise that we're going to try and do is we're going to read a specific job ad, and we're going to scan for specific keywords there. The idea is that we're going to try and see whether these key points match our killer points, our personal profile, and then to see how we can align those to the closest possible. So let's take a look at one of these job ads and see what kind of words are mentioned. Okay, here we go. Job advertisement. There's an organization, and that is the European Movement for Ireland, is looking for a communications officer. Okay, so my job title is communications officer. The first part that I have here, seemingly, is some explanation what the company is about, or the organization. European Movement Ireland is currently seeking someone to join our team here at Merrion Square. Working to the executive director, the communications officer role, seemingly I'm immediately talking about what you'll be doing. I'll be working with the executive director, and the role is an opportunity for someone who has a passion for communication and would like to develop media skills while working at a good level of responsibility. So we have here some kind of summary what it will be about, whereas if we go down, we find that this summary is broken down into different points. The job description, the job title, the purpose, some kind of, again, miniature summary that is then translated into key objectives, what needs to be done, and we get bulleted points. And these objectives, which are more vague and general, are then split up into main tasks, and you see that there is quite a list here. So what we have here is kind of the profile of the job specifications, to start with, from general into more specific. In a second phase then, within this job ad, we get to you, the applicant, what kind of experience and knowledge is needed, and again we get a bulleted list where you see education, experience, etc., etc., some experience and knowledge, followed by skills and special aptitudes with, again, a bulleted list. So seemingly they're very specific requirements. So when you're looking for specific words that you can use to illustrate or to put into your killer points, you can look at the main tasks and the objectives, but also at the experience and knowledge. Perhaps you could work in the word network, or you could work in the fact that you have attention to detail. Perhaps an anecdote proving your organizational skills could be a good idea. Finally, in our job ad, we find the location, the relationships who you'll be working for, and of course also the remuneration, what you get in exchange for all your effort. So, thoroughly reading the job ad is the best place to start before writing your CV.